Stormtrooper Commander. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed follows Darth Vader's secret apprentice, trained to hunt and destroy Jedi, while Stormtrooper Commanders lead Imperial troopers into battle. Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we are reviewing my first ever gaming greats of the Stormtrooper Commander from The Force Unleashed. Now, I absolutely love The Force Unleashed. I thought it was one of the best Star Wars games that come out for a long time. Unfortunately, Star Wars Unleashed 2 didn't hold up the hype, but yeah, I really enjoyed The Force Unleashed way back when. So now we got it sort of imperialised, shall we say, into plastic form, and it kind of saves me doing a custom, because I was kind of thinking of doing one of these down the line. And this guy looks incredible. Now, I picked him up from Star Action Toys, Action Figures, sorry, for $22.95, so it's a little bit more than a normal standard release. But boy, once I got him out of that box, this box looks phenomenal. The blue really pops, and I really like it. So yeah, just a standard normal Stormtrooper mould. So this is all changing very soon with the new releases that are coming out. And it's got these sort of like heavier blaster pistol here, or cannon, and then we've got these E11 down the bottom there. But just him in the box there, looking all grubby and grainy, he just looks incredible. The picture down here looks great, it's very bright, vibrant, and with that blue background. On the side as well, just gaming greats at the top, a very nice blue. This was absolutely super mint when I got it out of the box. I have got a little ding here, so don't think that was actually from packaging. It wasn't. It was actually my little girl sat on the box as soon as I got it out. On the back we got the bio and that picture again. And on this side we've got it all still in blue, keeping it all uniform, with Stormtrooper Commander and just very large text on the side just saying Storm True. So without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. Yeah, so here he is in his blister pack. Nothing sort of hiding away underneath those sort of dark triangles of the boxes. So yeah, we're just going to take him out, have our first impressions, and go from there. Just a standard Stormtrooper looking mould. He feels very hollow. He just feels very like a different plastic, very kind of like a bit like a Bandai kind of kit, really. It's just a bit of a different weird plastic at the top there, maybe because it's not the same as the gloss before, as it looks a bit more matte finish. So I'm going to go away, take some pictures, and we'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. So taking Mr. Commander, and we're taking some photos, and I must admit he photos very nicely. And yeah, I mean, can much go wrong? He's just a regular Stormtrooper underneath all his fancy makeup, and there's just a few little things that get me with this figure, but apart from that I think he's pretty good actually. So yeah, what we do as normal, we start with his accessories, and he comes with this cool sort of like heavier rifle that all the Stormtroopers normally come with, and it's all weathered all nicely up with the silver and the sort of like applications on there, and it's obviously done in a sort of a dull plastic, and just looks heavily used and abused over the years. The only thing I would say about it feels very flimsy, like it feels very soft. It doesn't feel as robust as the other ones that we've had in the past, and it does feel like really soft, like really soft. So if you're holding him sort of in a certain pose on the shelf, this will bend over time for sure. His other accessory he comes with is his E11 blaster, and just a standard one as we always get. We've got the silver part on there, and just the regular thing, but the only thing is it just looks a bit weird compared to where there's no weathering on this one at all, and then this one's they've gone to town. So I would either like one or the other. It just looks a bit odd, and I think it'd be quite cool to have this one kind of sort of really bashed up and weathered, just the way like the figure is. And obviously, as you just saw, it fits nicely in his holster, as they always do. We've got that nice sort of weathered leather effects on that holster as well, and I always like that when they put that detail in there. And for articulation wise, where can we go wrong with these Stormtroopers? I'm kind of can't wait to see what they're going to do with the new Stormtrooper. Really, I find they're going to be a bit hard to sort of outdo this one unless they start putting some butterfly joints and all that up the top here. So yeah, I mean, you can look left, you can look right, you can look down, you can look up. He's got a bit of a waggle on his head as well. He hasn't got the neck seal there that kind of sort of hindered him before, but yeah, so he's got sort of full articulation there. We've got rotation at the shoulder, just under his shoulder belt. We've got the rotation there at the bicep. We've got a double jointed elbow that goes way above the 90 degrees. We've got a rotation at the wrist, and that's also on the hinge. His waist, it's a bit clicky. I'm not too sure why, but yeah, it kind of clicks into place. Kind of reminds me of those 80s figures that have a kind of an action that sort of happens with, you know, with it. You can look down this far, you can look back this far, you can kick forward only there, and this will twist the leg, and he can come up a little bit more. Can't really go back because of his butt armour. He's got the rotation at the upper thigh, he's got the double jointed knee, and he's got the rocker and a pivot at the ankle. So again, you know, like the articulation wise, there's nothing wrong with these Stormtroopers. They're probably like the best kind of troopers out there, way far superior, shall we say, than the First Order, and also kind of consistent with themselves because they don't really change them as much as the clone troopers, where they're always kind of sort of like at the elbows and stuff there, that we always kind of had a bit of hinderment. But yeah, I mean, where this guy really shines and why we're all buying him for is his looks. And yeah, I think Hasbro actually have done this guy really well. I think they've done him really good justice, really. The blue is superb. I just love the blue. It's just a very nice colour blue. And the weathering on there as well. Normally they would just sort of like paint over it with a lighter kind of blue like they did with Rex. They don't really sort of scrap up the paintwork as much as this. But yeah, just even on the armour over that part there. And it actually looks like a good paint chip away like we would normally do doing our customs. We've got this kind of sort of like browny black kind of splat at the back, and also got this sort of stain on his head as well. And just enough, not enough to sort of make him so really dirty white, but we just got enough there, like a few sort of bits that hit him. On his chest, we've got those parts there, and again, it's continuing on that kind of scraping away at the wire. And I suppose really, if you turn it upside down, it kind of looks a bit like the 501st kind of symbol. And we've got this nice blue at the top there, very kind of glossy. The blue kind of parts all along his arms, just highlighting the extra areas. And then we also got that Y shape on the back, just a little bit thinner than it is on the front. And then going down to his thermal detonator, we've got the kind of grey parts there. And again, we've actually got weathering on the back, which is unusual for Hasbro. They normally just kind of leave it, put everything to the front. And then so just even on the back, on the leg there, we've got that kind of splat. And on this side of the leg, we've got the scrapings and the nice straight lines as well. Going to more of the kind of the splats again at the front. And then on this side, it's just a clean leg, apart from that splat. And then going down to his little, well, they kind of look like sandals, I suppose. But yeah, it's just these kind of sort of like stripes over the top of his boots. But yeah, I really think like Hasbro have done really well. You know, this, you know, it's just a repainted Stormtrooper, and yeah, here's to many more. You know, but now we've got the new kind of one coming out. I just wonder if these will be superior or look a bit weedy and pathetic next to them, because they look more sort of like a bit more like bulky and a bit more built. But yeah, that's kind of it really for the Stormtrooper Commander. Would I recommend him? Hell yeah, I would. For £22, he's only going to go straight up in price. This guy, I think, is going to be kind of popular out there because just the way he looks, and he looks really cool. And you can't really get the Shock Trooper much anymore. So yeah, definitely get him now while he's still about. And that kind of brings me to the end of the review, really. And I mean, you can comment down below. You can follow me on Instagram, which is in the description. And you can like and subscribe. all helps the channel, and thank you very much. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.